Shalom. Once again, all praises and honor and glory unto the Most High Yahweh Basham Yahweh Shai Basham Kodash. Double honors to the elders and the apostles of the great millstone, and salutations to all you sincere. And this is your brother Abawan back again with another video through the spirit and power of Yahweh Basham Yahweh Shai Basham Kodash. All praises and glory is due, especially in the times that we're in. Alright, and this is an article going into the recent events that you've been having, especially with America, Babylon the Great, where you have Donald Trump, basically speaking great things and talking about how he's going to take over Greenland. Oh, Greenland is ours now, and it belongs to the US, and how he wants to basically annex the region, right? And of course, you've had so many different of your regular soothsayers, your prognosticators, basically your analysts and your scholars and your experts giving you all the various reasons why that is the case, the reason why Donald Trump wants to basically annex Greenland, right? And of course, for the most part, all those reasons are valid, whether it's for oil, whether it's to prevent Russia or China from taking it over, whether it's because the US hegemony is dwindling and Donald Trump requires more land for more resources. That's all true, because when it comes to Esau Edom, right, when it comes to the elites of Esau Edom, when it comes to the NWO Great Reset, the big agenda that Esau Edom is pushing on the earth, right, it's all being done for the sake, of course, of the advancement of the NWO. Okay, that's the one major reason. But even the other reasons that these other people are giving as well are all valid, because at the end of the day, it's all about interests, right? It's never just one singular reason, right? But it is always reasons, right? Multiple reasons, because there are multiple advantages and multiple benefits to taking over the land and the resources, especially when it comes to Esau Edom. And of course, we know the one main reason is because of the elites of Esau Edom, in order to push their NWO Great Reset, which is all based off these devils' greed, right? The unsatisfiable greed of Esau Edom, the so-called red man. So this is the book of Habakkuk 2 verse 4. Behold, his soul which is lifted up is not upright in him, but the just shall live by his faith. Yea, also because he transgresseth by wine, he is a proud man, neither keepeth at home, who enlargeth his desire as hell, and is as death, and cannot be satisfied, but gathereth unto him all nations, and heapeth unto him all people. Right? And with Donald Trump recently invading, bombing and kidnapping the president of Venezuela, Maduro, right, and bombing Venezuela, and now with these current threats and these current designs that he has on Greenland, this precept clearly shows you, right, exactly in what interest and in whose behest Donald Trump is acting in, and also what nationality Donald Trump is, right? Because this prophecy fits the elites of Esau Edom and Esau Edom to a T. They enlarged their desire as hell, they are as death, and cannot be satisfied, right? Gather it unto him all nations, like you are saying Donald Trump is doing as well, where he's basically, trying to do I don't know what the best word to use, but basically trying to he's talking about invading multiple nations, right? It was Venezuela, then it was Colombia, then it was Cuba, right? Or was it Colombia that I wanted to invade? But yeah, you see, talking about invading so many nations. He also said he was going to invade Greenland, right? Turn the Panama Canal, turn the Gulf of Mexico into the Gulf of America, right? As the scriptures say that they call their own lands after their name, right? And this is how Esau Edom operates, okay? And the reason why you see these devils operating in this way is because, once again, they are the devil which the Bible speaks of. Now, and to add to the reasons why Donald Trump is so interested in annexing Greenland, raising 1,452, right? Raising 144,000. These billionaires bet big on Greenland after Trump took interest, right? So let's go into the article a little bit. Just months after President Donald Trump's first expressed interest in the United States possibly gaining control over Greenland, Some of the richest people in the world, including Jeff Bezos, Bill Gates, Michael Bloomberg, began making strategic investments in the mineral-rich island, right? And in case you did not know, Greenland has massive rare earth mineral deposits, tin, silver, I think magnesium, right? I'm trying to remember all the other rare earth minerals that it has. I'm not really sure about copper, right? And these are all metals that are essential in building up, the current technology, right? So all these technologies that you see out here, right? The computers, the cars, and so on and so forth, they all require these minerals, okay? And Greenland is rich in them, which is why you see all these tech CEOs, right? All these tech bro CEOs basically investing in extracting the mineral resources out of Greenland and also scanning and checking for minerals. But let's keep going into the article because the article will also mention that, okay? So yeah, so first key facts. So Ronald Lauder, which is the individual to the right of Donald Trump, okay? Donald Trump gestures next to Ronald Lauder after a meeting on December 28th, 2016 at Mar-a-Lago in Palm Beach, Florida. So now Ronald Lauder, the heir to the Estee Lauder fortune, is credited with giving Trump the idea of taking over Greenland during his first term. Former White House National Security Advisor John Bolton confirmed to Forbes. Lauder has since invested, according to the Danish newspaper Politiken, in an unprofitable Greenlandic freshwater bottling company co-owned by Jørgen Weaver Johansen, local chair of the governing Siumut party in Nuuk, and husband to Greenland's Minister of Foreign Affairs Vivian Motzfeldt, raising concerns about political interference. So basically, it's a bribe. That's how you move when you're trying to bribe somebody. You coincidentally invest in a business that's the husband of one of the foreign affairs ministers in Denmark or in Greenland is the business that they are involved in. So it's basically a bribe, right? In order to turn the other cheek, right? Turn a blind eye to whatever the people that this dude right here, Ronald Lauder, sent over to Greenland, whatever they are doing, just turn a blind eye to it, right? Make it easier for their approval to pass through and things like that. That's basically your average everyday corruption. Especially if you live in places where corruption is heavy, like here in Nigeria, you already know these type of moves, right? You know these type of techniques for pushing corruption. So now let's keep going into it. Jeff Bezos, Bill Gates, and Michael Bloomberg all have invested since 2019 in cobalt metals, which has looked for valuable rare earth minerals used in electronic devices through AI-powered exploration of the island, right? And there is a reason why you have such a heavy search of rare earth minerals in Greenland, right? And that's because in order to push the New World Order, the Great Reset, the agenda of Esau Edom, okay, a lot of resources is required, far more than you can even imagine. Why do you think all these AI data centers are being built? Why do you think all these semiconductor companies, right, production factories are being built? This is all in order to facilitate the coming NWO, right, the C heap, okay? The semiconductor factories are, of course, for the hardware. Meanwhile, the AI data centers are for the software, because like I always say, man, that AI is going to be needed to handle the amount of information that's coming in and out, that's being transferred consistently over the internet, based on when people receive that mark. Okay, the large amounts of data that's going to be transferred left and right, the to and fro, is going to need AI to be able to filter and handle and respond to these amounts of data. And it reminds me of the Universal Healthcare CEO that was assassinated last year, right? How he basically created an AI algorithm to sort between the data, so sort between the insurance claims to basically cancel or reject insurance claims automatically. So he automated the system, right? And it had it allegedly the system had what an over 80% denial claim when it comes to insurance, right? ESO is on the same tapping, right? They are on the same timing. They are trying to create AI technology that can basically filter through information, authenticate CHIPs, cancel your CHIP subscription if you are doing anything against ESO's system, right? Things like that. It's not going to be human beings that are going to be controlling things like that. It's going to be the AI, okay? So Sam Altman, the OpenAI CEO, invested in Cobalt in 2022. Peter Thiel, the PayPal and Palantir tech titan, funded in early 2021 the startup Praxis, which aims to build a technologically advanced freedom city on the island. And if you've been paying attention to the news concerning Greenland, you'd have probably heard of this freedom city, right? And it's one of the big things that is being talked about and is being brought up when it comes to Donald Trump talking about invading and taking control of Greenland. That they want to build a so-called, these AI tech CEOs want to build a so-called freedom city on Greenland, right? And this is all basically being done. This is going to be one of and of course this freedom city is going to be one of your 15 minutes smart cities, right? Where basically it's being built up in order to really, like I said, being built up in order to extract the the resources that are in Greenland more easier in order to be processed in these semiconductor and AI factories and AI data centers, right, to continually push the NWO of Esau Edom, right? Because, like I said, the amount of resources, the amount of wealth, the amount of time, and basically the planning that is required for this sea heap to come out and be pushed throughout the four corners of the earth, right? You can clearly see just how much is needed. So let's keep going into it. Howard Lutnick, Trump's Secretary of Commerce, serves as CEO of Contour Fitzgerald, which has invested in Greenland mining company Critical Metals Corp for over 3 decades. He has since divested from Cantor and transferred his shares to his adult children. According to a May 2025 regulatory filing report in Cobalt's former Greenland exploration partner, 80 Mile PLC, Cobalt no longer owns equity in the firm's joint venture to hunt for battery minerals in western Greenland, but will receive any royalties over future production from the project. Cobalt conducted approximately $13.4 million of high-quality exploration activities in 2022, according to the same filing, but did not advance with the drilling because they are still at the stage of locating and reporting on the mineral resources that they find, right? And this, of course, spits right in the face of the lies that Esau Edom has been pushing throughout the four corners of the earth about how there are limited resources on the planet, right? There aren't enough resources to go around for the people. And in these last few weeks alone, you have realized that was a damned lie, okay? I think, how does the saying go? There are lies and there are damned lies, right? That was a damned lie, because up until now we are still, Esau is still discovering more and more resources, but the problem we have is that these devils are holding everything for themselves, right? That actually makes me think about the book of James, the 5th chapter. Let's go to that real quick. So yeah, that should be James, the 5th chapter. So this is the book of James 5 verse 1. Go to now, ye rich men, weep and howl for your miseries that shall come upon you. Your riches are corrupted, and your garments are moth-eaten. Your gold and silver is cankered, and the rust of them shall be a witness against you. And ye shall eat your flesh as it were fire. Ye have heaped treasure together for the last days, right? And of course, we know that these devils, right, starting with the elites of Esau, Edom, of course, are hoarding all this material wealth, right? The reason why the 1% or 1% of the population controls 99% of the wealth is because not only is Esau, Edom a damn devil and greedy as hell, right? But also because they are heaping treasures to themselves for the last days, because you do have these devils being delusional enough to believe that they will be able to escape the wrath of the Heavenly Father, the Most High, however, which of course won't happen, right? But these devils are still delusional in believing that, right? So, back to what I was saying. This should give you an idea of why Greenland is so important and why Trump out of nowhere is talking about all this, having all this energy and having all this interest in Greenland, right? Because it's all parts of the agenda of Esau Edom. It's all part of the end game, the NWO Great Reset, and basically what is required is for these devils out here to extract all these resources in order to continue to create not only the C-HIP, which is the MOTB, but also the AI technology that will be used to manage all the information that this C-HIP MOTB is pushing consistently, 24/7, right? And as you can see, this is the devil which the Bible speaks of, right? So, yeah, we're in those times right now, man, and these devils are beginning to wax worse and worse, right? Going into, because he has but a short time. That's Revelation 12 verse 12. Let's go to that. So yeah, Revelation 12 verse 12. Therefore rejoice ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he hath but a short time. Okay, and that's basically just me going through, my suspicions for this whole affair with Greenland, and of course how it's going to eventually escalate. So with that, once again, all praises, honor, and glory unto the Most High, Yahweh Ba'asham, Yahweh Shai Ba'asham, Rakakwadash, Wa Abad Babalan through the Spirit. I hope you are calm and you are quite edified. Shalom.